Sarah Martinez stared at her computer screen, watching the clock tick towards 6 p.m. on another soul-crushing Friday. At 42, she had spent the last 8 years in middle management at a pharmaceutical company, feeling invisible and undervalued. Her creativity was stifled, her ideas dismissed, and her salary had barely budged despite her consistent performance. She felt trapped in a career that was slowly killing her spirit. That evening, as she sat in her small apartment with a glass of wine, Sarah made a decision that would change everything. She pulled out her journal and wrote at the top of a fresh page, "My dream job, 30-day challenge." Sarah had always been vague about what she wanted. Something better wasn't a plan, it was a wish. She spent the first week getting brutally honest about her desires. She created what she called her dream job vision board, but took it deeper than pretty pictures. She wrote detailed descriptions of her ideal workday, from the moment she woke up excited to go to work to the meaningful conversations she'd have with colleagues who valued her input. She envisioned herself as a creative director at a sustainable fashion startup, combining her business acumen with her passion for environmental responsibility and design. She researched companies obsessively. She discovered Verde Style, a B Corp certified fashion startup that had just secured Series A funding. Their mission aligned perfectly with her values, and their recent growth meant they'd likely be hiring. She studied their website, social media, team profiles, and even their job postings from the past year to understand their hiring patterns. But here's where Sarah did something different. Instead of just applying to posted jobs, she created a detailed plan of how she would add value to Verde Style specifically. She identified 3 key challenges the company was facing based on their public statements and industry trends, then outlined innovative solutions she could implement. Sarah realized she needed to shift from being a passive job seeker to an active value creator. She started engaging meaningfully with Verde Styles content on LinkedIn, leaving thoughtful comments that showcased her industry knowledge, not generic "great post" comments, but insightful observations that sparked conversations. She discovered that the company's founder, Maya Chen, had spoken at a virtual sustainability summit the month before. Sarah watched the entire presentation and sent Maya a LinkedIn message not asking for a job, but sharing a specific insight about sustainable supply chain optimization that built on Maya's talk. To her surprise, Maya responded within 2 days, thanking her for the thoughtful perspective. Meanwhile, Sarah started what she called her 30-day expertise showcase. She began writing LinkedIn articles about sustainable business practices in fashion, sharing case studies and original insights. Her first article, "Why Traditional Retailers Are Failing the Sustainability Test and How to Fix It," gained traction in her network and was shared by several industry leaders. This is where Sarah's approach became truly strategic. Instead of waiting for a job posting, she created her own opportunity. She spent an entire weekend developing a comprehensive presentation titled Verde Styles Path to $100 Million, a strategic roadmap for sustainable growth. The presentation included market analysis showing untapped opportunities in sustainable fashion, specific product line recommendations based on consumer trend data, a detailed marketing strategy for reaching environmentally conscious millennials, and financial projections showing how her proposed initiatives could triple revenue in 18 months. But Sarah didn't just create the presentation, she turned it into a multi-part LinkedIn article series. Each part provided genuine value to anyone in sustainable fashion while subtly demonstrating her expertise. The series gained significant attention, including shares from Verde Style employees. Sarah also volunteered to speak at a local sustainable business meetup, positioning herself as a thought leader. She wore a Verde Style piece at the event, purchased with her own money, and naturally wove their story into her presentation as an example of innovative sustainable practices. By now, Sarah had built genuine relationships within the sustainable fashion community. Maya Chen was engaging regularly with her content, and two Verde Style employees had connected with her on LinkedIn after her meetup presentation. Sarah made her move. Instead of applying through normal channels, she sent Maya a personalized video message. In the 3-minute video, she said, "Hi Maya, over the past month, I've been deeply inspired by Verde Style's mission and growth trajectory. As someone passionate about sustainable business practices, I've been thinking about the challenges and opportunities facing companies like yours in this critical growth phase. I've put together some strategic insights that I believe could help Verde Style reach its next milestone. I'd love to share them with you, not as a job application, but as someone who genuinely wants to see sustainable fashion succeed. Would you be open to a brief conversation?" Maya responded within hours, intrigued by Sarah's approach and the value she'd already provided through her content. The call with Maya was supposed to last 15 minutes. It went on for an hour. Sarah didn't pitch herself for a job. Instead, she shared her strategic insights about Verde Style's market position and growth opportunities. She presented her research-backed recommendations with the enthusiasm of someone who genuinely cared about the company's success. Halfway through the conversation, Maya said, "Sarah, I have to ask, are you looking for new opportunities? Because we're actually in the process of creating a new role for someone who can drive our strategic growth initiatives, and this conversation is exactly what I've been hoping to hear." Sarah had created her own job opportunity by demonstrating her value before asking for anything in return. Within a week, Sarah received an offer to join VerdStyle as Director of Strategic Growth, a role that hadn't existed before her conversation with Maya. The position combined business strategy, sustainability initiatives, and creative marketing, perfectly aligning with her vision board from day one. The salary was 40% higher than her previous job. The company offered equity, and the role came with the autonomy to build her own team and drive initiatives she was passionate about. Sarah's success wasn't about luck or connections. It was about strategic value creation. She got specific about what she wanted instead of hoping something would appear, researched deeply to understand her target company's real needs, created valuable content that showcased her expertise naturally, built genuine relationships by providing value first, positioned herself as a strategic asset rather than just another job seeker, and created her own opportunity by demonstrating how she could solve real business problems. Sarah's strategic initiatives at VerdStyle have already shown measurable results. The sustainable product line she recommended is exceeding sales projections by 60%, and her targeted marketing campaigns have doubled their social media engagement among their key demographic. More importantly, Sarah wakes up every Monday excited about the week ahead. She's found her sweet spot where her skills, values, and market demand intersect. The transformation took exactly 30 days of focused, strategic action. But the real secret was that Sarah stopped thinking like someone who needed a job and started thinking like someone who creates value. She didn't wait for her dream job to find her. She created it. Career transformation isn't about sending out hundreds of resumes or waiting for the perfect job posting. It's about identifying where you can create exceptional value and strategically positioning yourself as the solution to someone's problem. Sarah's story proves that with clarity, strategy, and focused action, it's possible to completely transform your career in just 30 days. The question isn't whether opportunities exist, it's whether you're creating them.